Hey crochet lovers! Today we are going to learn how to crochet a C2C or corner to corner square. So the C2C technique is one of my favorites because we can make small squares like this one or bigger things like a pillowcase or a blanket. We can make it as big as we want. This technique is called C2C or corner to corner, and it's about squares that are made of smaller squares or blocks like this. Here you can see a small square, here another, and here another. It's like mini squares making a bigger square at the end. So we will grow from row to row. This is one row, so we will grow from row to row until we have the length that we want from corner to corner. This is the base of our square and this is the height. So when we have the dimensions that we want, we will begin to decrease those squares until we close our project and that it looks symmetrical. So the C2C projects can be done in a square or on a rectangle too. For a rectangular project, we will decrease on one side, but on the other side, we will keep increasing. I will show you how to do both things, and that's the only thing we have to know for this technique. You will see that it is a lot of fun, and you will also see that it grows super fast. Okay, so we will start with the first mini square with the first block. We will make a slip knot and we will insert the hook in here. Now we will chain 6. We will chain 6 for each new row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 chains. And now we will look for the 4th chain from hook. And we will do a double crochet here. On the 4th chain, we will do our first double crochet. And here we have 2 chains left, so we will do a double crochet on each one. And this is our first mini square, our first block. Each block is made out of 3 chains up and 3 double crochet. The first row has only 1 block, the second row will have 2 blocks, and the third will have 3 blocks, and so on. So before moving up, we will turn the project around and we will chain 6 again. And we will repeat the instructions. So on the 4th chain from the hook, we will do a double crochet. And on the 2 chains that we have left, we will do 2 double crochet, 1 here, and 2 on the next, and this is it. We have to check that the previous block is towards where we are crocheting, so be careful not to have it the other way around. This will get easier, but this first block is very rebel, so that 3 chains gap has to be towards the direction where we are crocheting. So now we will look for that gap, those 3 chains up from the previous block, and directly on the gap we will do a slip stitch. And now we have joined 2 squares, 2 blocks. Okay, so now we will chain up 3, and on the same gap where we did that slip stitch, we will do 3 double crochet. And this is our third block. Remember that every block has 3 chains up and 3 double crochet. And here we have the V that begins every C2C project. This is one corner of the project and this is the other. And this will be the square's base and this is the height. So let's see how we do a third row. I will change my color first. So to do so, we bring the new color from the back. We tighten the previous color and now we are ready to work on the next row. First, we turn the project around so that it is on the direction where we are crocheting. Now we will do 6 chains to begin the new row. And we repeat the instructions, so a double crochet on the 4th chain from hook, and on the other 2 chains we will do 1 double crochet on each one here and 1 over here. We have the first block of the 3rd row. To join it to the project, we will look for that 3 chain gap of the previous block and we will do a slip stitch here. Now that block is joined to the rest of the project and we will do the rest of the blocks that we need to finish this row. We will start with 3 chains like we saw before, and in the gap from the chains below where we did our slip stitch, here we will do 3 double crochet. We will look for the 3 chain gap of the next block below, and here we will do a slip stitch. I'm going to do a 3rd block here because we are on the 3rd row, so we need 3 blocks, and we will begin with 3 chains as we saw before. And in that gap we will do 3 double crochet. And that's how we will keep growing. Here are the corners of my project, and this is the base and this is the height. And supposedly they both have to measure the same. So we can cut the previous color at any time. And now we will see how to make a 4th row so that it is super clear for you. Always remember to turn the project at first. Now we will do 6 chains to begin the row, and we will look for the 4th chain from hook, and here we will do 1 double crochet. And now on the 2 chains that we have left, we will do a double crochet on each one. Okay, that's this row first block. Now to join it to the rest of the project, we will look for the 3 chain gap of the previous block, and we will do a slip stitch here. And now we will do the 3 other blocks that we need to finish this 4th row. So we do 3 chains up for the new block and 3 double crochet on the same gap. I think the instructions are pretty clear now. We will join this block with a slip stitch and we can keep growing until our desired size. We can do a small square like this one, or we can do a 3-meter long square. So whatever you want from corner to corner. Well, now I have a base of 10 centimeters, more or less. And since it is a square, the height should be the same. Remember, these are the corners, and this is the base, and this is the height. So when we reach the desired dimensions, remember, they can be 10 centimeters or 10 meters, whatever you want. We will begin the decrease, and to do so, I will change the color so you can see it clearly. And we will turn our project around like we always did. But we won't do those 6 chains to start our new row. Instead, we will do slip stitches on the first block. So I will do 3 slip stitches on these spots. 1, 2, and 3. This is the third slip stitch. And now that we're here, we will do the internal blocks. The only thing that changes on the decrease is the corners. The internal blocks remain the same. So for the next block, we just do a slip stitch on the 3 chains gap. And we will repeat the instructions: 3 chains up and 3 double crochet on the same gap. And that's the first block on the 6th row. So on the decreasing rows, the previous rule doesn't apply. So on the 6th row, we will have only 4 blocks. And as you can see, the instructions for the internal blocks are the same. So here we will do a slip stitch on the 3 chain gap. And remember, the only thing that changes are the corner. So we will keep doing the internal blocks as we did before. 3 chains and 3 DC until we get to the next corner. Perfect, I'm on the other corner. I did all my internal blocks, and if I were on an increased row, I would do one last block here, but as I am on a decreased row, I won't do anything here. Just a last slip stitch here on that gap, and we will leave it like that, okay? Now we will turn the project and we will do 3 slip stitches on the block that I'm in. Perfect. Now we will keep doing our internal blocks like before. So a slip stitch on that gap. Three chains up and 3 double crochet on the same gap. Great, so we are on the other corner. Be careful not to get confused. We just have to count the blocks and make sure that we have one less block than the previous row. So on the previous row I had 4 blocks, so here I must have 3 blocks. Well, I just need to finish this row. To do so, one last slip stitch here, and that's it. I have my 3 squares for this row. And we will keep decreasing from row to row until the end. I just have 2 more rows to go, but remember, this can be as big as we want. Okay, so I finished here. I just did my last block. We have to finish with only 1 block, and now we can cut the thread, remove the hook. We will hide all these threads with a yarn needle, and our square pillowcase or blanket will be ready, whatever we did with this C2C technique. Okay, crochet lovers, that's it for today. I hope you've liked this tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe so we can be in touch, and see you next time. Bye, have a nice crochet.